everybody, my name's Snugglebot, and today we're going to be taking a little different gameplay style here. We're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. And what that means is that we're playing a Moe game. Moe game? Essentially, it's kind of like a pseudo date simulator game, so to speak. So what that means for you as the viewer is that I'm going to be reading a whole lot, and it's not going to be a lot of action stuff going on. It's mainly just a story building, kind of like picking your choices type of deal thing to do. So for that, we're going to pretend like this is story time with Snugglebot. So go ahead, grab your hot chocolate, your coffee, your apple juice, your drink of choice, and let's go start reading a story. Now, there is one thing that I want to mention with this game. They do give out a warning at the beginning of the game, saying that if you're a person that's easily disturbed or deal with any sort of problems like that, don't play the game. So if you're watching this and you deal with depression or any other sort of symptoms, and that's kind of like a trigger for you, so to speak, don't watch the video. That you've been warned. That they actually have you click a consent thing when you start it. But I'm just giving you guys a heads up, because while this game is going to be like a cutesy date simulator, from what I hear, it's going to be taking some dark turns towards the end of it. But before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and meet these four lovely ladies and find out just what we're up to with them. So we're going to start this new game. Please enter your name. We're going to do Snugglebot. I can't do a 0. So we'll just spell bot normal like a bunch of lame people. Alright, so one more thing to keep in mind with this. I'm going to be reading through it, and I'm going to try and read the words as they come across. If I make a hiccup into it, I'm not going to bother rereading the section unless I totally freaking butcher it. So if I mispronounce a word or I misread the sentence and kind of paraphrase it, I apologize, but you can read it on the screen right here if you want. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on the days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Snugglebot. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Snugglebot, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's saying she's going on about. You just smile and nod. Smile and nod. Character's got it down. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you wouldn't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Alright, so quick cliff note in case you guys didn't know. A NEET is a person that pretty much stays inside all the time. Eats a bunch of instant meals, plays game, and watches anime, and kind of lives off their parents' salary, money that they send to them without really leaving their own like apartment. They kind of live by themselves, and they're actually highly, usually stereotyped as highly unhygienic people because they just leave trash about because they don't want to leave the house due to social anxiety most of the time. Anyways, back onto the story where we're going to help our friend Sayori by joining a club for her. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of class, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Dude, if she did plan that, that's good. That's impressive. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of that school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori's full of energy, swinging open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Snugglebot, what a nice surprise! Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets all moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. It's a play on words. I think it's supposed to translate to Monica. Monica, is that right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Snugglebot. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so generously feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Snugglebot. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! I made those! I'll get them! Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapping tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Oh, come on, Snugglebot, that was your opportunity to get with Monica! You could have started down that path, my friend! Some people these days, some people. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like the little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolates are used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice she's sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, dummy! Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cup tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed like really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everybody. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so diligent by the... maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Snugglebot, what kind of thing do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering this. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems to be reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how writers can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading lots of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, it's just... Natsuri's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you're really working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give me that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just so cute, as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you're writing your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Natsuki averted her eyes. You wouldn't like them anyways. Not a very confident writer, are you yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is written to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if we share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looked quizzically at Monica. Hey, quizzes are quizzical. What are tests? Don't answer that. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bonds of the club. Isn't that right, Snugglebot? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back in the original topic of rejoining the club, I've bluntly come forth with what I've spent on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Snugglebot, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed! Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Snugglebot, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Snugglebot, since you're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us departed the classroom and make our way back home. The whole way my mind's wandering, blah, 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 blah. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, that's a pretty nice beat. I like that. Good job. Good job on the music coordinator on that one. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think one of your favorite cover members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright, well I actually think this is gonna do it for this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. It looks like we got through one day. Now, I don't know how much this is. Oh my god, look at all these save states. Holy cow. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and call the episode here. I know we didn't get real deep into the story. We just got kind of like a small taste of what's happening and kind of start to building up our relationship with the girls, and we kind of understand what everybody likes. You know, Yuri likes horror. Natsuki is kind of just happy-go-lucky, or Natsuki likes cute things, and Sayori is kind of happy-go-lucky. Now it's interesting that we don't see the president on this choices of girls that we can try to make like our writing. I don't know what's up with that, but we'll find out as we go on. But anyways, if you liked the video and you enjoyed this Snugglebot story time, go ahead and snuggle up to that like button and give it a firm yet sensual click. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. Take a few moments though, and in the comments, let me know what you were drinking for this episode, because mine was hot chocolate and I'm out, so I'm gonna go hop over to the hot water tea kettle and make me some more. But I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video.